Are you one of those mathematical horses that can count and do like algebra and stuff? What's the gap I need? You don't know. Okay, well, thanks for trying. Hello everyone and welcome back to Monotonous Minecraft episode 81. Today either I'm going to make a mob farm or I'm going to make a giant shadow crater. I wonder which is which. I almost said today I'm going to do something stupid because I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work. So what I got out here, I got rid of that mountain. Yay me. It was really bothering me, that mountain. I started working on this one too. I've marked out a 2-chunk space. I use chunk base, so these should line up to chunks. Here's my 0. So here's where the corner is, and these are in interior. So if I read that site right, and I don't always read that site right, this will be 2 chunks. So we're going to do the style that Foxy No Tail and Silent Whisperer did on Truly Bedrock. So up in the air, you just do a grid of blocks. See, bunch of blocks. And then you put buttons on the edges, so mobs spawn up there, then they think they can walk on the buttons, and they fall off and die. The first stupid thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it here. I know there's some caves under here. There's water there. The hostile mob spawning mechanics keep changing around. Right now I'm in Bedrock 1.14.41, according to my screen. Come on, let's hurry up. Hey, that donut really is visible. I asked my son what I should do this week, and he said a bagel. I said no. Apparently he only ever has one idea of what shape to build, and it is a torus. I should teach him the word torus. I said I'm not going to build anything that shape again. That was a perfect learning or teaching opportunity, and I missed it. Oh, so sad. All right, so basically what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to have a collection system. If it does work, then I'll go ahead and build a giant grid under here with, the mine carts. I'm literally waving my arm at my screen because you can see this. The mine carts and the magma blocks and all the fun stuff to kill them. But basically, I'm just going to drop them. Kind of like this thing. Except, maybe it'll work. So, yeah, I'm going to pillar up. I was trying to think of distance. So, like I was saying before, the mob spawning rules for Bedrock seem to keep changing, like here and there. It looks like they are despawning now. Not always when you think they will, but that helps. So what I'm thinking is I just kind of want to build out here, and as I run around, I just want them to fall on my head. I don't know why. That seems funny to me. But I want to. So if we go by old spawning rules, which I don't know if they're the same as they were in Java and Legacy Console, but I believe they're similar. They spawn within 24 and 128 blocks away from the player, which means I need to go at least 24 blocks up, which works out because that's also like the kill height for mobs not wearing armor. So I probably want to go a little bit higher than that. This and that. Let's go 32. Let's go stack up there. And the way I want to do this is I want them to all fall within this chunk so that if I do create a thing, it'll be within 4 chunks and it'll be less likely of having chunk load errors. I can turn it off and everything will be cool, in theory. So, yeah, we'll call that a theory. A game theory. In case you can't tell, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. I mean, I know what I'm building. I don't know about the details. They had, I believe, a grid with based on 4 blocks apart from each other, so a gap of 3 each side, which makes a lot of sense for what we're dealing with. But then you have what you have is you got a grid. There's gonna be a mini grid. Whoops. And so then you have these grid sections that stick out to the side because of the way. Yeah, I didn't think I could do that. But I don't really want that. I want like a nice edges. Jerk. I guess I could figure it out down here. Are you one of those mathematical horses that can count and do like algebra and stuff? What's the gap I need? You don't know. Okay, well, thanks for trying. Hey, why don't I figure out down here? Let me do that. I'm gonna figure it down here, and that way when I go up there, I can just build it. That doesn't look that far at all. Let's put it up to 40. There, that looks like it'll kill something. Let's use... why do I keep forgetting this? How many months have I been playing on this version, and I still try to play it like I did, well, granted, for like 5 years. But still, I should get the hang of this. So let me work out the grid pattern I want. We'll jump back in. I'll show it to you, then I'll climb up and start building it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me count out. That looks like it's probably right. I mean, I counted 28, so. Yeah, let me whip through this grid real quick. What is that? Is that long grass? I don't remember there being a lot of long grass there. I'm not distracted by things. Yeah, let me build this grid. And we'll see what's going on. Oh, by the time I'm done, it might be nighttime. Oh, no. Let me finish it before it's nighttime. I should say 2x2 holes, multiples. So this kind of platform we're going to build all the way up there. And then we'll build a, whatchamacallit? What are those things called? You know, roof. We'll just do the platform first. So we'll test it at night to see if things are falling on my head. And if they are, we'll go ahead and throw a roof up there. Otherwise, like I do with a lot of my failed builds, I'll just leave it up there. We'll just have this crazy grid for no apparent reason up in the sky. I estimated it's going to be, I think, around 400, 500, 480, 500 blocks. So I've got 12 stacks. Should be more than enough to at least do this grid pattern. Alright, so this is going to be a complete waste of materials, but that's okay. It'll look cooler, even though I'll probably never look at it. So I shrunk it in by 2 blocks. That means we can put buttons on the outside, and they'll still should fall mostly within this range. Which also means that this is going to be a 28 by 28 platform. And instead of on 3s, I did it on 2s. That way it all kind of works out. So if I don't really have a lot, so we'll have a 2x2 hole all the way through. Didn't take too long, but I got my grid in place, and I started putting buttons around the outside edge. Now, one of the good things about the way doing this as 2 as opposed to 3 is that you only have to do the buttons on the 2 sides. And I've just been doing it the same way as I did these. Just because of the weird way the version works, you don't have to look at the block. You look at the bottom or look outside the edge, and it just places them. So let me go place a billion buttons. As I scrambled to get back at night, before my buttons were done, a creeper almost fell on my head. So the good news is it does work to a certain extent. Now I just got to see if it works when I'm down here or when I'm up there. Oh, it looks like a skeleton too. So I'm almost done placing these stupid buttons. Then we'll actually do a proper test. Stupid cat. Cat stole my seat when I turned on the recording. Let's check out this sky waffle. See if it works. While I was waiting for it to get dark, I went over and played with my tree farm a bit. So the idea I want is that I can just kind of hang out down here. And they'll just spawn up there. And then they'll wander off and die. Oh, I see someone. Oh my gosh. Is this thing gonna actually work? Of course, now I'm afraid of them jumping on my head and killing me. Huh. I was prepared to have this whole thing about how this ain't gonna work. Apparently this is gonna work. Maybe not the best, but I think it's worthwhile to throw a roof on it. And because of the way Bedrock works, I need to put a solid roof on there, and then I'll put carpet on top of it so I prevent spawning. I think that's the best way, so I'm up there 100 years and wasting a bunch of materials. This is so weird. I hope it's far enough so that the things with what are those things called? Armor? Die? We'll see. I'm not even going to bother with the collection system. I'm not going to bother looking at that guy. Okay, so maybe Enderman won't work as well. Let me hide. Yeah, don't expect a lot of drops from this. I mean, if you want something that works well, you know, put it someplace that doesn't have caves around it. Put an AFK spot above it or something. I've got, looks like nothing but a collection of Endermen wandering around out here now. Oh, good. Alright, so I'm going to have to figure out something to do with that. I mean, maybe I'll put the roof down low so they don't spawn in, but I kind of wanted them to come in. I wanted them as part of my drops. So I guess I could just go, hey, buddy. Woo! They hit hard. I'll figure something out with that. Maybe I do want to drop. I mean, here's the thing: if I put the burning thing, the magma floor, and the thing underneath, I want to get the Enderman. That I also have to glass in the entire thing so they don't get out that way, and yada yada yada. We'll figure it out. I don't really care, I guess. Otherwise, I'll just let them go. So yeah, let me slap a roof on that sucker, and that way it'll be all day long. I know you know I'm in here, but I can't technically look at you. Hee hee hee. Hey, buddy. What? What? You got something to say? I think so. What? I can't walk out. They're going to kill me, aren't they? I don't need most of these stupid drops. Why do I want this farm? So I'm going to make it a creeper-only farm. So I'm going to make the roof 2 above this, and then I'm going to use trapdoors so that only creepers and, well, spiders can spawn. I don't really care about the spiders. That's fine. Creepers and spider farm. We'll do it that way. Since my other creeper farm is totally useless. Plans. Plans, plans, plans. Alright, so I'm back up here. Here's what the plan is. We've got a block. That's what these things are called in this game. Trapdoor. There should be enough for creepers to spawn in here, but nothing anything taller. And I do have to go out 15 in each direction to make sure I get the darkness. But what I'm going to do to do this now without killing myself is to light this up so that I can actually do this entire thing without always having to sudden upon some nasties. And the trapdoors only have to be over the paths. So the same pattern will be trapdoors as well as this flooring. So the waffle doors. Anyway, that's my plan. So I'll light this up, throw the roof on there, throw those trapdoors in this, make the roof bigger. And for my carpeting, hold on, I got magenta because, well, it should stand out. Which is kind of what I'm going for, because when you build something this big, it definitely shows up on your map. And I want it to be ridiculously big and bright. So pink. And that'll stop the mob. I hope that'll stop the mobs from spawning up here. Like I said, I don't always know what this version's going to do. I just kind of hope a lot. Everything's so pink. Looks like someone spilled a bunch of Pepto-Bismol on my map. Alright, so we got this done. Done. Oh, every time. Click harder. If you look over to the right, you can see there's a bunch of stuff waiting for us already. I don't know what kind of rates we can expect. I don't know if it works better when we're up there, if we're down here. I don't know a lot of stuff. But I do know that it does work. It does only produce creepers like that one. And spiders, although spider jockeys happen. I had to kill a skeleton the old-fashioned way earlier. Let's see how much loot we got though. Boom. So yeah, I mean, we don't really care about the string, of course. But almost a stack and a half of gunpowder at the time it's taking me to build this, and I know I've lost tons of it because I was up in the sky for so long. I'll go ahead and sleep so I get some light. So yeah, I mean, this could produce a lot? Probably not. If you put in a collection system and AFK, then yeah, actually. You can see how quickly we're gathering stuff just standing here. So that answers that question. It works when you're just standing down here. So I'm thinking about adding a collection system in here, but instead of magma blocks, which would be like 16 stacks of magma blocks, I think I have 2.5. I'm thinking what I might do is put in a some sort of water collection system where it flushes all the bits down every so often, kind of like the passive mob farm that doesn't really work and never really has because of where they spawn. It's no big deal, but that idea of where it periodically flushes everything to a central trough, as it were, and we'd build a little bit higher up, and that trough itself would be have magma blocks in it too, or by it, just to kill things off. In case if that's necessary. In fact, almost identical to what we have. I can pretty much build what we have in the passive mob farm, and it'll work. So I think I'll probably do that. Oh, look how far away that one fell. That way I won't need to worry about walls. I mean, that one fell kind of outside. You can no longer see the waffle anymore either. Wait, there's a little bit of waffling. YouTube compression's gonna kill that though. So now we just got this giant floating disc. Stop sign. Oh, I should have made it red. That's okay. An opportunity missed is an opportunity lost. Let's get away far away so we can see our purple blob. It looks like a nice circle. There we go. I'll probably use the waffle picture from earlier as a thumbnail. This doesn't tell you much, does it? I built a platform in the sky. Watch my video. Oh, it's been a long day. I don't think I mentioned earlier, this is actually my birthday today. I recorded this. I almost did a giant birthday cake build, but then I realized it was too close to on top of the donut. And then I was like, well, I could do a birthday cake, and then in the middle of it could be a song that plays Happy Birthday. And then I was like, oh, that probably would take too long. Not realizing the amount of hours, literally hours, I would spend on this platform after we had a working mob farm. Alright, I think that's pretty good. If I do put in the... Oh, look at that. 8? 8 rugs left. I burned through so much of that. I did put shears into my magenta wool farm bit just for the magenta sheep to regather that. And while we're doing a wrap up, let's go ahead and throw this banner out. I got so many banners. I think one of the captains actually spawned on the platform early on because I came over here and there was a banner next to a couple of arrows. So I think he spawned up there and fell off. They shouldn't do that anymore because it's so short. But hey, if they do like on the very top and they fall off, cool. Free banners. So yeah, that was a pretty lucrative build. That actually works out pretty well. I said before, I was expecting this to not work well at all. I think Don't quote me on this, but I think that the spawn rules for Bedrock have kind of normalized closer to what they were for Java and Legacy Console. So I think that's helping us here. Because I know there's some caves underneath on one side or the other. We are wrapping all the way around here. But it seems to be working well. We could probably get better results if, we found a good AFK spot maybe above. We'd probably get better results too if we did like the one over here, the old creeper farm. Instead of doing it that way, doing it the same style I just did, because it seems weird, but they spawn up there and they walk right off the edges, so you don't need much. I would say maybe we'll convert this one over, but that one's working so well. Why bother with this one? We'll just leave it here. Past failure, actually past successes, future failures. That's okay. Anyway, hope you liked this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to everyone later.